Thanks for sticking with us. We're now joined by senior wideout Steve Hlavac and sophomore linebacker Joey Michals. Steve, as a senior, you've been through this before. What changes once we get to the postseason?
Well, first thing is, after the first week, we're not in classes anymore, which I think helps out a lot. Just mentally, we get to, be able to focus a lot more on the game, and we don't have as much going on off the field. So that I think is the biggest change for us. Having that mental break just really helps in a lot of different ways. We're able to. I feel like we're even able to recover a little bit more after practice, just without that extra little mental aspect to it. So I think that's the biggest difference.
Maybe a little bit less stressful, from the school side?
Yeah, definitely.
And, you were a guy dealing with pneumonia the last couple of weeks. I imagine it's got to feel good to be able to get back on the field, have a little tune-up before the playoffs start.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I felt like a little kid on Christmas last week against North Park. It was awesome. I had a blast out there, even though, I only got to play like the first half, but it felt great just to get back on the practice field. I mean, those 2 weeks of doing nothing was it was hard, just watching. I was up there in the press box watching practice, and it just felt great to be able to go out there with my team and just have a good time.
And Joey, this defense has played unbelievably all season. I mean, the defensive line's getting pressure, you guys are making tackles, the secondary's doing their job as well. You guys have seen everybody's best effort all season, and how do you guys deal with kind of having that big target on your back, especially now that you guys have the #1 seed?
I just think that it comes a lot from our preparation. We always just stress never looking past anybody, always putting our best effort in everything that we do and always finding the time for the team, getting that extra effort in, whether it's watching film or working on your own technique or anything like that, anything you can do to make yourself better. And I think we stress that, and I think that's really helping us out this year.
And it seems like every defensive guy we've had on the show this year, we've asked them this. How much easier has the defensive line made your job because those guys are flying around? Oh,
extremely easy. They just open up holes. They're doing their job perfectly, and you couldn't ask for anything more as a linebacker or as anybody on the defense. They do their job so well, and they put so much effort into it that it just helps out tremendously.
Is it one of those things where kind of when you see what the offense is doing on a certain play, you're expecting to see a guy coming at you, maybe trying to get to that second level and blocking, and you're kind of just free to roam around maybe?
Yeah, I think that also comes with the preparation too. Just we've seen that all week in practice, and we've practiced it, and it comes naturally.
Steve, last Saturday was senior day for you. You and your classmates have kind of really accomplished a lot here. But how fast has it gone by?
It's pretty hard to explain. I still can't believe I'm a senior right now. I mean, my nickname for the longest time was Young Steven, and they can't call me that anymore. I'm not that young anymore. But it's been unbelievable, and I think a lot of it has to do with the success we've had and how much fun we've had here. I mean, it's like the saying, "Time flies when you're having fun," and that's really how it's been. It's been unbelievable, and I couldn't ask for a better experience in college. It's been a blast.
Coach, what does this senior class mean to the program?
Well, they've been part of 2 undefeated seasons and 4 conference titles in a row. I mean, you just can't say enough good things about what these guys have done, and they've allowed it to be fun for us coaches. We keep saying football's supposed to be fun, but it can't just come from the coaches. It's got to be the players and the coaches working together and allowing that fun to happen, and still, like Joey says, be focused and know your responsibility and do your job well. And so this group of seniors, we're really going to miss them a lot.
And Joey, you filled one of the spots as a starter in that defense that only lost 2 starters from last season. Kind of having all that senior leadership around you, what's that been like?
Oh, it's just helped me out tremendously. With Matt around, I just look up to him so much just because of the way he plays, and I couldn't have asked for more because he's all year, him, Coach Ponks, and everybody on the defense. If you ever have a question, you can turn to them and they're going to help you out. So I feel like that just made me a better player.
Well, Saturday did bring senior day at Benedetti Worley, but 3 special Cardinal seniors didn't participate in Saturday's ceremonies. We'll tell their story in this week's Cardinal Corner. Derek Sulo, Matt Wenger, and Scott Hogan already did the senior day thing. That was last season, when injuries decimated the Cardinals.
Last year was going to be our year ever since we were freshmen, and then just with all the injuries and everything.
And from there, the senior trio had a choice: come back for another season with a veteran NCC squad, or graduate and go on with their lives, like the rest of the friends they came in with.
No regrets. You don't want to, like I said, you don't want to think back 20 years from now and say, oh, I wish I would have played that last year. You just come back and play, and have no regrets. So.
The coaches always say, you got your whole life to work. You only got so many years in your body to play football. That's definitely true. So, I just wanted to, didn't want to hang up the pads yet. So it's pretty much when I made my decision.
It's, you finish something that you start. And I came in here knowing that I wanted to play 4 years of football, and that's basically what I decided to do, was to finish that fourth and final year.
But for Wenger and Sulo, the decision alone didn't set them up for the season. Both had to go through extensive rehab from season-ending injuries before they could get back on the field.
Yeah, the year before I had reconstructive shoulder surgery, so I was working all off season for the next year, and then I hurt my thumb in the second game of the season. It's like, can I get a break already?
You kind of circle the day of when the next season starts, and you have something to look forward to. Something to motivate you every day to do it, and that's what I did. I kept thinking about the upcoming season.
And it would be a major understatement to say it simply worked out. Wenger leads the Cardinal D in tackles, wrapping up Conference Player of the Year honors and an All-American selection. Sulo and Hogan both received All-CCIW second-team nods, even being the old guys of the secondary.
Yeah, I'm having a blast, and that was one of the things I was worried about, just because there's so many guys. I was so close to so many of the seniors on the team last year, and then they ended up not being on the team. But this team, we've really bonded pretty well, and I've become really close to guys on this team, and it's been, a blast. A
blast that has seen the Red and White wrap up a 5th conference title, a #1 seed in the playoffs, and a lot of memories.
I would not, if I had this decision 10 more times, I'd come back every time, hands down.
Joey kind of touched on it a little bit, but I imagine having all 3 fifth-year guys being on the defensive side has just really been one of those things that's really helped you guys soar to these new heights this year.
Yeah, it has. Like I said before, if you ever have a question, you know who to turn to, because they're just, everything that they do is just, it represents our team so well. Like, they'll always be the ones in there watching film. They'll always be the ones helping you out if you have a problem. And it's just, it's just really great to know that somebody has your back like that.
And Coach, fifth-year seniors are kind of rare at this level. But you guys have 3 in one season.
Well, we even have a few more than that, but those 3 on defense are very, very special, and they're great in the classroom on top of being great in football, and they understand what it means to be a team player. And so we were really a little nervous having that many fifth-year seniors coming back, because it was so new for us, and we wanted to make sure that this was a year for the seniors, and not just for the fifth-year seniors, but on the other hand, we still wanted the fifth-year seniors to feel a part of it, because all their buddies just graduated. Yeah. So it was very tricky at the beginning, and things just kept falling into place better and better as the season went on, and we're just thrilled to death, and they're loving it. Steve's senior class is loving the whole experience. It really has worked out well.
And Steve, as we look forward to Saturday, the St. Norbert defense, what are some of the things we can expect to see from them when you guys line up on offense on Saturday?
Well, they do run a lot of cover 1. They blitz quite a bit, which, it's kind of a good thing for me. Cover 1 as a receiver, you always like to hear, because that means you're normally one-on-one with a defender. So it should be a lot of fun for us. I expect, with our preparation, always. It's been the same thing week in and week out, no matter who we're playing. Our preparation has been unbelievable this year, and I feel like as long as we keep on that path, we should be all right. We should be pretty good.
Well, it should be fun to watch. Well, we're taking a quick timeout, but after play resumes, Clark Tusher will sit down to give us some insight on the world of Cardinal athletics.